So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yaira Rose, and yeah, welcome to my channel. Thanks for clicking on the video. So today is a bit of a different kind of video. I am traveling to Ghana like this morning. Okay, it's currently 6 o'clock. I've been up. I've not been able to sleep for whatever reason. So I'm going to Ghana because I have a project that I need to go and oversee and kind of do. So I couldn't sleep, guys. I couldn't sleep. So I went to the gym and then went to the sauna, and now I am getting ready. So I'm getting ready while I talk to you about airport security, pre-checks, pre-essentials, what you need to travel, what you do when you get to the airport, and then when you land in your destination, what to do as well. So it kind of like tips and advice. If you want to take it, it's up to you. So it's actually good for anyone who is traveling for the first time, or you haven't traveled to Ghana for a long time and you need some tips on what to do. So yeah, this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to be getting ready, as in putting my makeup on as I talk to you. I'm going to try and do that as much as possible. But I don't think I'll be focusing on the makeup too much because I want to pretty much dive into detail on the information that I want to give you, which is very imperative. So yeah, stay tuned. So let's talk about solo traveling. I've actually not been to Ghana on my own for 20 years. I was thinking about it this morning. 20 years I've never been to Ghana on my own. If it was Europe, yeah, I've been on my own because it was just an hour's flight. But with this one, it's how many hours? Pretty much the whole day, because I have to do transit and stuff like that. So I haven't been on my own on the plane. I don't physically, mentally, emotionally, I wouldn't know how to navigate that. But okay, let's pause for a second, guys. I just can't help my skin. Look at the glow this morning. Yeah, I went to the sauna and I just saturated myself in shea butter. So what you can see on my face is shea butter. After I came out of the sauna, my skin feels so soft and succulent. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's talk about the reason why we're here. So I'm going to be applying my makeup while we talk about that. So guys, I forgot my makeup, my foundation, so I went back to get it. So now here we are. I wanted to talk to you about essentials and what you need when getting ready and preparing for your travels in Ghana, because there's quite a few things that they require before you go. Now we're going to start off with your passport. So before you even think about going to Ghana, I want you to do your research. If you're not too sure about how things work in Ghana, I want you to do your research. Okay, so do your research. The do's and don'ts. I'm going to do another video on the do's and don'ts in Ghana, but do your research before you go to Ghana. First of all, you will need your passport. Without that, you cannot travel. Anyone interested in makeup, this is what I'm using for my foundation, L'Oreal. So you will need your passport, and your passport will need to be at least 6 months or more expiry dated. It needs to be 6 months or more. Guys, with this makeup, don't be judging yet. Trust the process. So it needs to be 6 months or more expiry, and you will also need visa. So if you have a foreign passport that's not from Ghana, you will definitely need a visa, otherwise you won't be able to go. You might be able to go, but then the thing is, when you arrive in Ghana, there is a visa on arrival section. It's kind of a bit complicated. I personally haven't done that before, and it's more expensive as well. So I think you should plan your trip. This is where planning is very important. So make sure you plan your trip in advance. You can do like a week, the standard visa, or you can do the 72-hour one, or you can do the express one, which is the 24-hour one. So I'm sure you can get your visa before you travel. You don't have to wait till you get to Ghana before you do that, because it's expensive and it's kind of a tedious, thing to do when you get there. Now, guys, don't forget to blend your neck. You don't want to have an orange face and the bottom is not blended in. So anyway, you do that. Once you get your visa sorted out, you've got your passport, you're going to have to do your vaccination. So vaccination, especially if you haven't been to Ghana before or you haven't been for a long time, make sure you get yourself vaccinated. One of the very vital, document they require vaccination wise is yellow fever. That is against mosquitoes. So you need to have your yellow fever injection. They'll give you a small card, yellow card, and they will ask you for that because they need to see proof. Okay, so make sure you have your vaccines done. There's other vaccinations that you can have done depending on, how you feel about it. So there's typhoid, the polio, there's hepatitis that you can have against rabies, and there's hepatitis that you can have as well. So you need to have those vaccinations done. So you need to be careful of your drink, the kind of water you drink. Make sure it's a bottled water. You also need to be careful of where you buy your food to eat as well. Because these are the things that give you runny stomach if the food isn't cooked properly, or the right ingredients used to cook that food, or street food like that. You have to be careful where you buy your food, and if you're not vaccinated, you're likely to get, there's things like E. coli, there's things like what's it called, runny stomach. You can get certain infections and stuff like that. Okay, so it's not to scare you, it's just to say that be prepared. You may go to Ghana and not even have any of these things, but these things do exist. So we're just pre-warning you so you can prepare yourself, because you don't want to go to Ghana and then most of your holiday is spent on the toilet with diarrhea because of something you've eaten or something you've drunk, or just basically not looking after yourself. So make sure, you are being cautious of what you put inside you. Guys, malaria, which is when a mosquito bites you and you get infected. So you need to be careful of malaria. Malaria happens quite often. I mean, the first time I went to Ghana after so many years, and also after that, it took a while for the mosquitoes to get used to my body, because they would just bite me anyhow. I have mosquito bites all over, on my legs especially, all over my body. And obviously if you scratch it, it's just going to make it worse. So it's been like, you just have to be careful. You really have to be careful with mosquito bites when you go there. You need to wear light clothes, not too heavy. Clothes that are not too heavy for your body. You need to wear those. Avoid black clothes as well. And also you need to make sure you take malaria tablets if you can. You also need to make sure you put your repellents on. So I think the mosquitoes are now used to my body. So guys, just make sure that you prepare yourself. The mosquitoes, they can bite, and once they bite, it leaves like a raised lump. If you scratch it, it will leave a scar. And sometimes you can get malaria infection from that. So just be very careful with this malaria. They mean business. They don't play around. Okay, they don't play around. They mean business. So make sure you are protecting yourself Make sure you are not where the gutters are as well. Somewhere open, breezy, you know. And I think once you have a few bites of the mosquitoes, you will learn how to kind of navigate. I've become a pro of how to navigate with this stubborn insect. So just make sure you look after yourself. I personally, I don't take medication because I just know how to kind of manage it. So it's, you know, I tend to use repellent sometimes depending on the area that I'm in. If I feel that the mosquitoes are, you know, around more than they should be, then I would use, you know, repellent on my skin. So you can get it before you go. I prefer to use the one in Ghana because basically I feel like because that's where the mosquitoes are, the production is a bit more stronger and it works. If I take something else from here before I go, it doesn't work for me, unfortunately. So I have to wait till I get to Ghana and then I use their own. And guys, the other thing I forgot is to let you know about tetanus as well. That's another injection that you may need to have, and also typhoid as well. So make sure you have these injections to protect yourself from all these infections. You don't want to spend all that money to go and then end up not having to, you know, enjoy yourself. So always take precaution, do research, and make sure you know what you're about. So when it comes to packing your bags and things that you need to put in there, make sure, guys, that you put in your documents. Some people prefer to have insurance in case, like medical insurance, or in case things get lost and stuff like that. So make sure you pack all these things and have all these things ready before you travel. When you're packing your stuff as well, guys, make sure you include your electronics as well. That's some of the things that I pack: your phone, your AirPods, your headphones, whatever you may need, your chargers. Make sure you pack those. Also make sure that you have your any medications. You could take like painkillers in case, you know, you need it. You can pack painkillers in case you need it. Sometimes I have my sanitizers, hand sanitizers in there. I have like a lip balm because it can get quite dry on the plane. So I like to have my lip balm or lip gloss on there. I have slippers for comfy reasons. I don't really like wearing socks. I just don't like socks on my feet. So, but sometimes if I need it, I will use socks to, you know, get warm if it gets cold on the plane. On top of that, you can also pack your sometimes I pack a couple of comfort wear. So if you're coming from a cold weather and going into a really hot weather, you will need two separate kind of clothing. So like now at the moment, the weather is really cold. Not really cold, but it's cold and it's going to get cold on the plane. So you take a sweater or a jacket just in case. And then obviously when you land, you would need those things. You need like a top, just like spare clothes in your bag. So that's what I do sometimes. I try to stay informed, guys, and make sure you download the app of the airline that you're flying with. You check in with them, you do everything online. It will save you a whole lot of time. It will save you a lot of time with the airline that you're traveling with. So everything is just on the phone. You just check and make sure that, you know, everything is okay. They give you like live updates as well if there's any delay with the flights and stuff. So that is something I would recommend you to have. Also, I have registered a newsletter for Ghana advice. So any law changes in Ghana, for example, I will get to know via email, just so that I know what's going on. Just remember, guys, that this is just like an advice I'm giving you. It doesn't mean that everything that I've said will happen, or all these diseases or whatever, you can catch whatever. It's something that is possible, but as long as you prevent it, you wouldn't have to worry. Sun is very hot. The sun is very hot. So when you go to Ghana, make sure you protect your skin. You put your sun lotion on if you're very sensitive to the sun. Sometimes you can get rashes and prickly heat as well. So just make sure you are protecting yourself wherever you go. Guys, I don't have much lighting, so I don't know how much. So just protect yourself wherever you go, so that you don't get sunburn and heat rushes. I tend to wait till like pretty much towards the end of the day before I head out, because the heat is just too much. So maybe from 4, I tend to head out, So guys, be careful. Just be careful when you head out, because the sun can be very, very hot. Okay, now, so guys, another thing is currency, money. I know some of you will be asking me this question, money in Ghana. So there is no way you can change Ghana currency in any other country. Before you go to Ghana, it has to be done in Ghana. So take your money with you. You can use your card and credit cards as well, but obviously depending on what card it is, it will, they will charge you commission and things like that. So make sure you have enough money to convert when you come to Ghana. Make sure you do your research. Most of the things that we buy business-wise is done or paid with cash. So things are paid with cash. So that's why you have money around with you rather than cards. Make sure when you're walking around as well, guys, don't be carrying all your money around, flashing it all over the place. Be very, very careful. Okay, I'm going to do a detailed video on the do's and don'ts in Ghana. I've already done one, to be fair, so please go check that one out. Be careful how much money you carry around. When you're packing, make sure you have a bottle of water with you as well. Just remember that. Obviously, have a bottle of water with you. Yeah, pretty much that's it. If I remember anything else, guys, I'll let you know. I'm going to be going to the airport in a little bit, and I'll be videoing and maybe kind of like explain a couple of things when I'm there, checking in and going through security, and also waiting for your plane, and then obviously when you land, what you have to do. So yeah, that's what we're doing. So I hope that video helps you guys out. So guys, I think I'm gonna finish the rest of the makeup off line. You're gonna see anyway when I get to the airport. So just to let you guys know, the Ghana CDs is actually a very special one. There are ways to pay with, to pay for your things when you get to Ghana. There's the mobile money, which I had a pretty bad experience with, so I'll be very careful with that. Mobile money is paying. It's like an app where you transfer money and stuff like that. I don't trust it. So either you use your money. I prefer you not to use your card if you can, but yeah, make sure you know your currency as well. I've done a video on that if you want to go and take a look. But yeah, 200 Ghana cedis I think is the max at the moment. They're thinking of doing a 500 Ghana cedis. So the 200 one, the bigger the money goes, the bigger the size of it. So 200 Ghana cedi is bigger than 100 Ghana cedi. That makes sense. Yeah, so just be careful, guys, when you are out and about. Yeah, so I'm gonna get ready now, guys. I've packed everything, just need to do the last minute stuff, and then I'll see you guys at the airport. So hey guys, I came to the airport. I've gone through security, right? And I've broken my nail. So basically trying to load my cases. I've broken my nail. I've gone through security. It was okay. Yeah. So guys, yeah, I went through security. Everything went okay. There was a bit of a queue. Just remember to make sure that you don't have anything bigger than 100 ml in your bag. Make sure that's in your check-in bag. And then also, yeah, it was pretty straightforward. I'm not through security. I'm just going to be waiting for my flight, which is delayed by 20 minutes, I believe. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to go through transit. I'm going to go to Amsterdam. So I'll keep you guys updated. Okay? Sorry. Okay, guys. So I am 1 hour away from another day, and I've been so anxious. I don't know what that is. Been really, really anxious. Um, I'm maybe just I don't know something very anxious about. Like, not been able to eat either. I'm already a very anxious flyer. I don't like to fly, but I like to go some places. So it's been pretty hard. I just can't wait to kind of just finally get off. Uh, anyway, fast forward, we're getting off soon. I'm actually very tired and just like looking forward to just like getting rest, get into accommodation and just like having a good rest. Uh, but yeah, we're still here. A lot of people are sleeping and I'm still awake. We have like an hour and 1 minute to our destination. Um, yeah, I've got a seat to myself. One has to next to me to adjust to myself. And I still have sleep. So, I'm gonna get off. Our destination is Ghana. So gonna get off there and just be sure that they'll be asking if you had yellow fever and your possible those two items. They'll be asking for those. And then they'll be asking me to give them fine. Give them fine means to me. Give them fine means give me something. Give somebody. I'm sorry, but I find that very frustrating. Like, you're already getting paid to do your job. Extra pressure. You might need to go pick up report. For the leather bottom here, but it's just absurd. Like, it's absolutely disgusting. Over the years, I've been thinking about that. I wonder why the answers was so overwhelming when they asked you. Yes, to just feel compelled to get into that, and it's really, it makes the experience so awful. But I've kind of gotten tough skin since, like, I just don't feel sad. That's the getting so bad. We're into it. And I feel like something up and down. So you said, yeah, continue, but not because just feel like you deserve it, So, yeah, get ready. Yellow seeds, change your card ready. Air passport ready. And then go through immigration. Just go through your go to where the belt is to get your luggage.
What am I gonna do? I am aiming to be out in plenty of like 30 minutes or so, but I think what 10 minutes, we're kind of in 10 minutes behind time, so I'm a bit lightheaded right now. And we just really so. Don't think I should feel sorry.